Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Red Bull Honda for round number 15 at the Brazilian Grand Prix, the second last race of the season. If you missed the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one at the USA Grand Prix, because that was quite a crucial one for this title fight we're in with Scuderia Ferrari. There you can see 2 points separates Ferrari to us there in third place, and you'll see last episode things got a little bit hot. Ferrari definitely have improved, and I think they will improve to Brazil. So I think Brazil is going to be a damage limitation race, to be honest. Because then, obviously, for the last race, we have that engine that is going to come in, that legendary engine, which is really going to help us. You can see we're a little bit low on the rear wing and the suspension. Probably could have, been worth to upgrade those parts, but we focus so much on the engine, which I think's fair because the engine does, make a huge difference. And I think for next year we have so much cash flow as well that we can try and negate some of the other stuff by just building a better car for next year with a base of a great engine, and then we can worry about all the other parts next season, basically. But for this season, it means that, Ferrari are improving. I think they did bring upgrades last episode. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring another one for this episode, maybe. So I think we could see them look pretty strong. So having said that, Hamilton, in the end, spoiler alert, still won it at USA, so that was kind of good for us. But obviously, he won it, but then got disqualified, so he didn't win it. Vettel won it, and so they got gifted the win there. So we're going to have to watch out for what happens in Brazil. But generally speaking, Brazil's kind of a good one for us. The tyre wear is quite tricky to manage, but at the same time, if you nail it, you can have a very good Grand Prix. So we'll have to see about that. But in terms of people we need to swap around with, I'm going to go ahead and get a front jack man, because I think we need it, and we need to also excuse the man we already have in front jack. And we might need to do it also with a rear jack man as well, because our rear jack was also a little bit tired. So let's hire both these guys and swap them out. It's 2.7, and then this guy, swap him in. Who else do we need to swap out? 2.1 to a 0.8. That's good. Have we got anyone else to swap out? We've got a level 13. Not really good enough, is it? We got a level... all 13. Yeah, these guys are horrendous, basically. So, gonna reject him. Don't need fixing parts. Refuel, don't need. This guy's just horrendous all round. And this guy also just not that great. So, we're gonna have to swap in a level 13 guy, I guess, for this. So... he's actually good on the rear rear jack though, so they're both good on the rear jack actually. So I'm going to swap in the level 0 for there. Going to swap in this guy for this guy because he's better on the rear jack. So 2.96, that's a lot slower than what we're used to, but that's because we're trying to go for lower percentage here and not have a mistake. So that's nearly a second slower, and that negates for the second that we lost maybe with, I think, one of the pit stops last episode. The rest of them, I'm going to have to just stick with what we've got there and just let them rest up, basically. We've got 3 pretty decent guys resting up now for the last episode, so I'll kind of leave it there. We got an interview with Sky, attempted a quick pit stop for Gasly. Yeah, that was it. We had a mistake with Gasly. We have to go for it. Every second counts. They're not going to be too fussed about that. The morale's pretty damn high. But yeah, there we go. Vettel wins the Phoenix Grand Prix, albeit only due to a Hamilton disqualification. But you know what? We also had the courtesy of that some time ago as well. Our first win, in fact, I think was because of a disqualification from Hamilton. So he's been him and Merck have been pushing the boundaries. That's like 3 or 2 disqualifications with GMA rules for having a risky part. So they're definitely pushing the boundary. No wonder he's... maybe that's why he's so OP, because he has a risky part that's so good, but he only gets caught maybe 2 out of 5 times. So maybe that's the secret to everything. But in terms of mail here for the championship, target currently bang on to original 3rd place. Don't worry, man. We're going to try and aim for that 2nd and beat it here. We've just got random emails from our other staff, but we're going to travel straight into Rio de Janeiro. We don't have anything left to do, so we're going to move straight into Brazil. What's the race report like? Is there any pre-race gossip? Is there any report? I'm sure there usually is a... We literally don't have a report, apparently, for Brazil. Apparently, it's going to be clear in practice, heavy rain in quali, and race is going to be clear. I would not be surprised if this heavy rain, bleeds into practice or the race. 1.2, Panasonic taking it in. Tyre wear medium, we're going to take in 6 sets of ultras. I'll take in 6 super softs, and I'll take in 3 softs. You know what, I'll put that to 5 and 4, just in case. we maybe need to use the soft tyres. But I envisage quite an aggressive strategy here at Brazil of a 2-stop, I think. You never know. Could be a 1-stop. In terms of fit parts, I think we're still all good from last time, really. Have been so for the last 3 episodes. So let's just dive into it. Right, sending them out on the, well, I would say super soft tyres. The super softs go 41 to 43, 52 to 54, 25 27. Potentially the 1-stops on, though, with the soft tyres as well. So that's also something to consider. I think that might be better for us, you know. So I'm going to, I'll take in the soft tyre. I'll do some soft tyre knowledge. In theory, if we did a 2-stop, we'd be on ultra soft tyres for longer, so it won't matter what knowledge I've got for super soft or soft. But if I do want to do a 1-stop, the soft tyre knowledge will be more beneficial. So I'm going to take that and take that decision, unlike last time. Oh, actually, last time I swapped is the hardest compound as well. And it worked out, because in the end, Gasly definitely needed to use them. And Verstappen was able to do a 1-stop, so it kind of makes sense there. Unfortunately, it's just the way with the mod works. The 1-stop's just the way to go. Much like in real life, unfortunately, the 1-stop is all-powerful most of the time. Sometimes the 2-stop can be beneficial if you have the car underneath you. But for this race, with Ferrari maybe improving, I don't know. I think we need to try and go for the track position, and we can't really afford to maybe go down the order and try and re-overtake cars. We'll bring them in first of all, just to check the setup here. And see, we got a setup from last season. So let's see if once again Verstappen's going to like the setup from last season. Yes, he is. So we can probably just go straight on to 8 laps. Is at 95%. 2 excellents and a great. Pretty damn good. Percentage-wise, that's not actually that high, but he likes it. So that's the kind of important thing there, I think. And Gasly, a little bit of tweaking, maybe need on the gear ratio. What percentage number is he? 93. Still not that bad, actually. So in terms of downforce levels, does he want more acceleration? I'm going to guess he wants more acceleration. And I will leave it at that. I'm going to do a quick 4-lap stint and bring him in probably straight away just to quickly check this. And it's starting to rain. Ooh, it's a little bit drizzly out there. Didn't realise that. Gone the wrong way. Of course, story of my life with Motorsport Manager. There's no logic to any of these setups. Like, the bar is longer on this side, and yet we need to go that way. It never makes any sense. Right, so let's go that way. And then in that case, let's lower the downforce a tad. And then keep the handling where it was. So can we tweak this that way? There we go. Right, let's try that out for size. That's not too dramatic. Right, let's go for 8 laps then. I think that should be the one. So I'll just sit back and let them get the knowledge, even though it's a bit damp right now. So knowledge will be slowed down somewhat on the soft tyres, but we'll power through. There's no point going out for intos for like 2 laps. Right, Verstappen's in. Gasly's on his last lap coming in here. So we've got the purple knowledge there. We're going to go on to a set of quali tyres on the ultra soft tyres. Gonna try a little bit of a tweak here and see if we can get this any better. So in terms of handling, I'm gonna go towards oversteer since Gasly seemed to like that, but I'm only gonna go a little bit. So let's try and adjust this so that I'm not changing it too much here. Let's try that little tweak there, just a tiny bit towards oversteer, and let's see if that's going to get him 3 purples. It'd be great if we could. Meanwhile, Gasly, he's in, and it's 2 greats and excellent. I think we're going to have to take that compared to what we had last time out. Ultra, 96%, that's pretty high percentage. I'll take that, 96. Right, go out, and I'll do 3 laps here, and then I'll check Verstappen. Right now, Vettel's P1. So again, I really do think Ferrari have upgraded their car. I really do. So this is definitely going to be... Well, we have to either find some magical pace here into quali and race, or it's major damage limitation to set ourselves up for a comeback in the last race to overtake Ferrari in the championship. Ideally, this time round, we don't get a horrendous start like we did at USA with Verstappen, and we can actually, you know, have a good start and overtake the Ferraris at the very start, at lap 1, and then go from there and control the race. But that's obviously just wishful thinking at the moment. Verstappen's coming in now. He's 2/3 of the way through the lap, around the bend, and we're in. It's 1 excellent and 2 greats, which is less than what we had before, but it's going to be a high percentage number. So read of that what you will. So really, we need a tiny, tiny tweak, and we could be in the money there. Let's go for that. That could be the 3 purples we're looking for. 3 laps, ultras, go out. Gasly, just back again. Same stint, mate. Go, go, go. Now we're ahead of Vettel, 2-3. Vettel's P4, Leclerc P6. We've got a form of 10 for Verstappen and a form of 7.6 for Gasly. So it's come back a little bit here, this second phase of practice. So actually looking forward to this now. Qualifying could go quite well. We're going to not get level 3, unfortunately. We're so close. But alas, it'll be level 2 only on Ultra and Quali. But we'll have level 3 and soften race trim for the race, which is going to be the better thing, I think. Right, qualifying time. Let's put on the Ultra and Quali. Obviously, not going to put anything else. There is rain, apparently, obviously, in this session. And it will come later on in Q1. So we're going to go quick here with the laps. Don't worry about track grip. Just go straight out as I look at a random ceiling of the pit wall. But we're going to go straight out because rain's coming down. Need to set this lap time quickly and just get it in. Right, we're around Gasly, Verstappen across the line. Then we go 1 and 2 there. Rain's going to start to come down, so that might catch some people out. You never know. Let's see. But we're through. Just set it on Ultras because I didn't want to risk it at all. Just want to get through the session, really. At the moment, though, Hamilton, Vettel, Leclerc through, Bottas through. So no surprises, actually. No one in the top flight got caught out somehow. So, actually, it's really just the usual suspects that have gone out. So, really, that rain didn't do much. But it's going to go down, actually, at the very end here. So, it might start off dry again in Q2. So, we'll have to see about that. I might have to go for an early lap again in Q2, which is not a bother, but just means that we're going to have to just watch out for that. Definitely check the weather every single time we load into a new session. It's dry at the start of Q2, so there might well be rain on the way. Going to pause it. Nothing there on the indicator, but I'm not going to risk it. So I'm going to go straight out. I'm going to go... Ooh, should we try a worn set? Because I really can't see any rain coming there. I'm going to try and qualify on a worn set first. And then I'll go to a fresh set. Just give us 2 laps here in Q2, just in case. Right, Verstappen's in. We've set a lap time good enough to get in through to Q3, but now I need to set a better lap time on a fresh set. So I got to beg that these guys don't do that usual thing they do in Q3 and go slower on the second run. They shouldn't do because they set that time on worn tyres. These are on fresh ones, so it should be through. There's no rain, so we've just basically done 2 runs, but we got 1 run for free basically here in Q2. But hopefully I should see all greens here, people. All greens. Good. Green. Oh, Gasly set a white first sector. That's not good news. Mate, you need to go green. You need to beat this. Otherwise, we are in trouble here because you're going to be on a worn set of Ultras for the race start. There you go. Green second sector. Green, green. Verstappen, please, I beg. This is better. Across the line. Oh, my God. I think he went slower. Oh, my God. He went slower. Are you kidding me? And Gasly, please tell me you went faster. I can't even tell. I don't think... No, neither of them were... How does this happen every time, guys? On your second lap, you go slower. This makes no sense. And now, you're both going to be forced to start on this worn-ass set of Ultras. But, oh, my God. This makes no sense. The game has never made sense. On the second run, by de facto, most of the time, you should be going faster. Especially if you're on a new set of tyres compared to a worn set. What on earth is that? Brilliant. Cool. Race is ruined now, probably. Fantastic. Right, Q3. It's all dry right now, so, I don't know. The rain only came in Q1, but to be honest, this entire session's tainted now in terms of my enjoyment of it, because now I know we've really messed up for the race here with this stupid worn set. That is gonna... Oh, that's just not gonna go that long, is it? That 21 laps... That's going to go like 18, 15 at best. So pretty much we forced ourselves onto a 2-stop with both cars. Because there's no way I'm pulling off a 1-stop now with that worn set. Got to go early though because there is rain on the way. So going to try and get in a quick lap here before the rain comes down. We'll be a little bit wet in the last sector, but that's going to be better than nothing, I think. How's Hamilton already set a lap time? 1:26.6. And we went faster than Hamilton. We've got 3rd place there. The rain's come down. Surely no one's going better. So right now... This is looking a little bit better. Leclerc's down in P11, Vettel P7. That's more like it. We're P1. We're provisional pole right now. And we're 3rd place. There is less rain to come, though. So I'm going to send out on this other set. Ooh, I need some sets, though, left over, don't I? I'm not going to get... I only need 1 fresh set for the race, though. So I'm going to go out again with Verstappen and go out again with Gasly. A little bit later. I'll wait. Right, Verstappen starts his run. It's white first sector, white second sector, so no improvements here. Across the line, any improvements? He does improve in the last sector, though, and he goes a little bit quicker for that provisional pole. That's good. He got a purple in the last sector, white in the first 2, which is odd. Gasly might do the same here, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, mate, you can improve in the last sector. Try and get a little bit closer to Hamilton, maybe. Across the line, no, he doesn't improve. But there you go. Checkered flag has fallen. And so we're on pole position with Max Verstappen. Great job there. Ferrari's down in P7-11. That is the best possible start to the first half of the race weekend to get pole position in third place. But the caveat is we've wrecked ourselves for the race here with these worn tyres we have to start on. So we're pole in third place, but it is tainted here. It's going to be a very difficult race, I think, with what we've got in the tyre situation now. Right, race trim. I don't even know what we're going to do here. We're locked into these tyres, of course. It's a 51-lap race. These go, yeah, I called it 18 laps then. When they're fresh, they go apparently around 24-ish. So if we went 24, let's say we only do 17 on this run, that's 41 laps. And then we go to a set of, well, we could go to another set of ultras technically and do a 2-stop on all ultras. But we don't have the tyres for that, do we? Either way, I think we might end up on a set of ultras for long. But then at the same time, should we risk it and try? Is a 1-stop possible? Because I think it was 51 laps, didn't it go? I think it was sorry, not 51, like 41 laps, I think. Soft tyres went, apparently. I think I remember that. So, technically a 1-stop's still possible. So, because of that factor, I'm going to go with soft tyre knowledge. I think with Verstappen, I think it's very much possible. With Gasly, not so much. Because let me check him. Change setup, tyre choice. Only 15 to 17 laps. I don't think Gasly could pull it off. I think Gasly needs to go on a 2-stop. So, to that effect, for him, I'm going to choose ultra soft knowledge and race trim. I genuinely don't think he can do a 1-stop here. Driver strategy, go attack, overtake. All right, boys, let's go into this split strategy. You're on a 1-stop, you're on a 2-stop. Let's go. As we go to 5 red lights, off pole position and third place on the grid for the Brazilian Grand Prix, the second last race of the season. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. It's a good start there for Verstappen off pole. Slow one for Gasly. He's down to P6, side by side with the 2 Racing Point cars, but hopefully we'll come back as we jog on a little bit. He's down to P7 actually, so I've jinxed that. And Verstappen's been overtaken already by a Mercedes car of Valtteri Bottas, which is not good news. Can he get back though at him? I didn't see the overtake, but I don't know if Verstappen went wide at all or what. But he's down to second place. Ricciardo is in a lofty P3 in the Renault. Vettel's already up into P4. Gasly's P7. Hamilton has bottled it. He's down to P8. But we get back through. 2 overtakes in 1 corner. Great stuff there, Gasly. Up into P5. Love your work there, mate. I'm going to go high on the fuel and keep on the high fuel for now, just a little bit. We'll burn some fuel. We'll save it later because I need to push on and try and keep up the pace here. A little bit of mistake there. Let's go conserve for both these cars. Go medium, go neutral actually for Verstappen and go medium there. Just you want to try and keep the pressure on to Bottas. 1 second the gap. We know Bottas is an OP, so let's keep the pressure. Is there any rain to come? Doesn't look like it. Right, lap 6. Bottas is getting away from us. 2.4 the gap. So even though it's not Hamilton, he's still got us at an arm length there. So that's just the Mercedes car, really. At the moment, I'm having to conserve tyres with Verstappen for sure to try and make this 1-stop work. With Gasly, we could start to push on a little bit with medium there. Let's try and close up on Vettel and try and get him if we can, please, Gasly. Right, worn tyres for Gasly on lap 9. Lap 9, he's got worn tyres. So let's push out, flat out now. And we're going to come in very early for this first pit stop here. Gain the time, please, though, on this lap. Tyres overheated. Come on. Gain a bit more pace in the second sector. 6/10. That's decent enough. We'll go to a set or another set of ultras. Yeah, let's go for it. Fast pit stop. Let's go. Right, we're in. It's a good pit stop, please. Yep, no mistakes there on the pit stop. Just a little bit slow. But we're out in P11 then. Going to go medium. Save some fuel there. Go pushing on the out lap. Let's try and see if we can try and undercut Vettel a little bit. Right, I'm starting to push Verstappen now because his tyre temps were super low. And we're gaining quite a lot of time here on, well, not on Bottas, but just a lot of time compared to what we were. Tyres overheated now for Gasly. Need to conserve those now. We'll go back up. Forgot about him. My bad. Verstappen goes across the line. It's going 5/10 there. We're 1.6 with Bottas. We're gaining a lot on Bottas here. Let's keep it going, mate. We're going to push on this lap, though, and pit in for a set of soft tyres, which will comfortably, hopefully, get to the end of the Grand Prix, actually, with Verstappen here. We've gained a little bit less on this lap. But we're still gaining on Bottas. We may be going slower than our previous lap, but we're gaining on Bottas here. 1.3 the gap, which is very good. We're going to come in. He is not, so we might get an undercut here if we're lucky. Good pit stop, no mistake, out in P5. That's good. We're going to go full out attack in high mode on the fuel. Really try and push on. We're ahead of Leclerc, which is good, so we don't get held up a little bit. Right, 2.9 gain there on that lap. We're doing good. Just need to hope that Bottas isn't going too quickly. So keep it pushing, actually. Need to keep it pushing. Just need to eke out and push on the tyres a little bit more, and then we'll conserve. Is Bottas coming in? He's not coming in yet. This is what? How long are they all going? This is way too long, in my opinion. That's way too long for them to go. Right, Bottas has pit, and he's 0.3 ahead of us on super soft tyres. So we've gained about 1 second there going early and going on to soft tyres. I'm kind of begging they haven't got the tyre wear correct and maybe Bottas has pit again. But right now we're just going to keep him under pressure for second place. That's all we can really do right now. But also need to conserve as well at the same time to make sure they go the distance. Meanwhile, Gasly is being overtaken by Hamilton and is not doing too well on these ultras. The aggressive strategy for now is backfiring a little bit. Doesn't help that Gasly's got a form of 1.8 as well, so he's not getting in the groove. He overtakes the McLaren there, but still form of 1.8. He's P6. At least we're ahead of one Ferrari there with Gasly, and we're ahead of the other Ferrari with Verstappen. But we should be able to get Ricciardo eventually by the end of this race, I would think. Hamilton will get Ricciardo for sure, but I think we should be able to get him as well. But the tyre wear's kicking in already. These ultras don't go very long at all. We're gonna have to go to a set of super softs then, I think, for the next stint. Right, going to go to a set of super soft tyres with Gasly now. Fast pit stop and in. So we are, the majority of this race we have been on ultras. So it was kind of correct for us to choose the knowledge on ultras. We gained 1 second here on this in lap, which is also very good. But now onto supers for the remaining 21 laps. In, no mistake, all good, great stuff. Out in P8, right. Push, mate, and I don't know, just push like hell and try and gain some places later on. 21 laps to go. Bottas is going to the end for sure, I think. So I think best we can hope for is P2 here. At least that's ahead of Vettel. And where is Ricciardo? Ricciardo's there. Hamilton's there. Hamilton will overtake Ricciardo eventually. Whether Hamilton goes and overtakes Vettel is another matter, which I'm surprised by. But obviously Hamilton bottled it at the start, kind of like Gasly did. Going down the order. P8, very lonely right now. No one near us. Don't really know what's going on. We'll just plow on. Well, Hamilton's overtaken Ricciardo now on lap 35 there. So just ahead of him. Where is Vettel in conjunction, in relative to him? Okay, Vettel's a little bit far away, to be honest. Hamilton's good. I don't know if he's that good, so I don't think he'll be overtaking Vettel. So I think Vettel will get P3. At least crucially, we're still ahead of Vettel, but by only 5 seconds. Vettel's closed that gap up quite a fair bit, unfortunately, because Verstappen's obviously going a little bit slower. One, we've got traffic, and also we're on the slower tyre as well. We've got a lot of traffic actually to get through. These guys should all be blue flags. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where the blue flags are, but they need to get the hell out of the way. Meanwhile, Gasly's up into P7, so he's ahead of his respective Ferrari. So to be honest, Gasly's still doing a great job to be ahead of Leclerc and just, you know, beating out that Ferrari. Raikkonen's spun. I don't know where he spun at last corner, it looks like. Perez is on ultras, worn ultra. He's going to pit, so we're going to be up into P6 then with Gasly eventually. Gasly sets a fast lap of the Grand Prix, so that's pretty good, but that's because we're overheating our tyres, so I need to back up now. But at least that's good. He's got some good pace actually there to maybe catch up to some... Oh, he's not really going to catch up to this pack, but at least he's keeping well ahead of Leclerc. And we go, oh, wow, hang on. Hamilton pits. So does that mean Bottas might pit as well? Okay, that'll be interesting. If Bottas pits, then we could be into first place with Verstappen, but Gasly for now, ahead of Hamilton. Mate, if you can keep ahead of Hamilton, you're going to do a mega job. So try your best, mate. Blue flag's there. Going to use some fuel to burn. Is Hamilton pushing flat out? I'm guessing he will be. Oh, it's close. Keep ahead. Keep ahead, mate. Keep ahead. Keep pushing. Keep going, mate. Keep going. Keep going. Push. Keep ahead of him. Even if we wreck our own race. Vettel's set fast up the Grand Prix in third place. He's closing up on Verstappen now. There he is. He's surely pitting. I think Vettel and Bottas are probably planning on pitting for ultras, I think, at this rate. And so we've got to protect these tyres. We've got to make sure they go the distance. And then Gasly, P5, still somehow ahead of Hamilton. Doing a great job, actually. He's doing a mega job. But I'm wary here. Verstappen definitely probably will get overtaken by Vettel eventually here. And then Gasly, where is he? Hamilton's right up the chuff. Let's go neutral again, please, mate. Go high fuel. Push it through this last sector. Keep ahead of him, mate. Keep ahead of him. Same for Max. Let's push on a little bit. Verstappen's right, Vettel's right up our chuff, so let's push it a little bit. So difficult to manage both these drivers at the same time when they're both in two battles at once. Right, that's... Ooh, Gasly, you're close. You're close. Keep pushing. Keep it going. Go, go, go. No, 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 no! This second I get my eye off Gasly, Hamilton overtakes him. All right, that's always inevitable, though. Let's go conserve now. Go to the end, mate. Meanwhile, Verstappen doing a great job, actually, keeping ahead of Vettel. Vettel's tyres have gone off a little bit, I think. Right, we're 5.9 behind Bottas. His tyres are going off, and we're catching him a little bit. Vettel's backing off a little bit. So these guys, they're surely going to make a late pit stop here. Come on. They're not going to the end. That's going to be way too much to go to the end. Yeah, Bottas is in. Here we go. First place. Vettel stays out with us, but we're into first place now with Max Verstappen. And so now the job is to try and take this to the end and get a victory at the Brazilian Grand Prix. This would be mega for the championship fight. Meanwhile, Gasly, P5 behind Hamilton, but P5 still pretty damn mega, I think. Well, we've jumped Ricciardo because he's made a pit stop as well. And we've got the tyre wear for it, so I think I might start pushing Gasly, you know. Right, final lap of the Grand Prix, going full out attack with Gasly. We're 3 seconds behind Hamilton. Probably not going to close that up because he's on the faster tyre, but we'll see. Vettel sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, goes purple in third place, so he's trying to just push on and get away from Hamilton, but we've got 11.9 to Bottas. We're looking very rosy indeed. We can go full out attack here at the end, and towards the end of the Grand Prix, low fuel just to make sure we don't conk out right at the end there, please. There we go. 0, all good. And we're going to come through the final bend, and it's going to be a stupendous win at the Brazilian Grand Prix for Max Verstappen. Get in there, son. Get in there. I think that's our third win. Third win of the season there with Red Bull Honda and Verstappen. Great work, mate. Great work. Gasly's done a mega job, to be fair. He was down in P11. He was in no man's land P7-ish for a lot of the time. So to, be in P5, he did a great job at holding up Hamilton for a fair few longer laps than I thought he would. He's done a good job. P5 there. He's beaten Leclerc. That's the only thing that really matters. We've beaten both Ferraris respectively. And so in the championship, we'll be back in second place, I should think, in the constructors. So a mega job from all concerned. But Verstappen, mega superstar, mate. Another win for us here in the season with Red Bull Honda. Great work, mate. Right, first place then with Verstappen and Gasly with that P5. And so in the championship, there we go. We've got a lovely, actually, cushion now of 12 points to Ferrari. So that's going to be very good going to the final round with our legendary engine. Fabulous work. I thought, I had a hunch with Verstappen. Again, like you were saying, that one stop could have worked out. And it paid off even more so this time around because we came away with a win, not just a podium. So great stuff there. Gasly, like I said, did pretty well as well to recover from the poor start. And in the end, we'll get some more money in. 3.1. Don't mind if I do. 48 million in the bank. This has been a real great season. We've saved a lot of money. And we've still ended up fighting Ferrari for the championship. So that's been mega. We haven't had to waste money on the car. And we can save it all for next year. Looking good and feeling good. So guys, if you did enjoy this episode, be sure to smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.